Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on 790 The Bet. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And again, hello to all you folks in Brownsville and Jackson and throughout West Tennessee and North Mississippi and East Arkansas as we talk outdoors every Saturday morning on AM 790 right here in the Odyssey family of radio stations. Shelby McCall is our show producer as we work out of the Grizzly Studios. Go Grizz, right, Frank?
You bet. Go Grizz.
Go Grizz. Okay. Well, we're going to skip here and talk. We've been talking a little waterfowl. I'm in deer depression. Everybody knows that. It was a bummer at the end of the year because of some health issues that I didn't have that they thought I had. So I didn't get to hunt, but I did get my one deer. Of course, I took it to Dave's Deer Processing and loved it and everything else. But we want to talk, maybe kind of wrap up the season with Jeremy Dennison. He's the TWRA Region 1 Chronic Wasting Disease Field Coordinator, which is such a long title he can't wear a shirt. So we're just going to call him Jeremy. Good morning, Jeremy.
Good morning, Mr. Larry. It's good to talk to you, and I'll share the deer depression with you.
Yes.
So
yeah.
It's always kind of like the day after Christmas.
It is.
You get all your presents, and
Yep.
there's never a day that's farther away from the next one than that day. So
well, I'm ready to go back, but anyway, it won't be long. It'll feel like it, but. All right, Jeremy, a lot of things going on. Let's wrap up this baby. I know that last year was a banner year. It seemed like everybody in the world was deer hunting because they weren't working and whatever. So you got some of those figures. Toss out to us, buddy.
Sure, yeah. You mentioned last year, last season was pretty high in terms of harvest in a lot of states, and Tennessee's no exceptions. Last year we killed just over 160,000 deer in the state. This year, we did see a decrease in the statewide harvest. We're just a shade under 132,000. So that's a pretty good drop of about 18%. And we look at the CWD affected counties, which are Southwest Tennessee and a lot of the Western Tennessee counties. That's down even more at about 27 or so percent. So. We did see a decrease this year, but we try not to look from year to year so much as that longer trend.
That 5-year average. Yeah.
When you look at kind of this year compared to the 5-year trend, it is still a decrease, but it's not quite as sharp when you kind of blend that in and kind of that COVID effect goes down a little bit.
We didn't expect to have the same year we had last year. I mean, we want to kill as many as we can, particularly with CWD, and it's the only way you guys are going to be able to test them. But that last year was kind of an unusual year. I mean, you got to realize the season with it's starting in November now, and last year there were so many more people, more license sold than ever as far as when it came to it. So that's what we're in for it yet. But the CWD is where you're heavily involved. You guys had a meeting on Thursday night on Facebook Live that I had a chance to watch. I hope some of you folks out there had a chance to watch it when they all came together.
Yes,
Jeremy and a couple of others buddies there were there for that. And then we've got some news that broke during the week, Jeremy. So tell us what all that happened.
Sure. Yeah. First off, the Facebook Live, we had 2 of those this week in the agency to kind of get ourselves started in the season setting process. With the wildlife division, we set seasons. We make recommendations for season changes on a 2-year cycle. So that's getting us started with that. Get a lot of good feedback from hunters and questions and suggestions really for things that they want to see changed or adjusted for the next coming up season.
And that comment period now is it's
yes, sir.
It's going on. Starts today, doesn't it? January 15th.
It is.
Okay.
Well, January 15th through February 15th. We're accepting public comments.
Okay.
You can email. I've got an email address for everybody. If you want to submit comments via that, it's twra.huntingcomments@tn.gov.
Okay.
That's the best way to get your suggestions out there and kind of we take public comments and we, distill those, and we will formulate a recommendation for our commission to vote on and decide on, and that's the April-May timeframe, and that'll be for next season. The changes in this next coming up season.
Are we in the 2-year cycle? This would mean that these that we come on this year are these at the end of the 2-year cycle? Are we getting?
Yes,
that's right.
They would be decided on in May and voted on in May, and so that next fall those would go into effect.
That's why it's so important, folks, to get your comments in right now, because this is 2 years worth of information that they're going to go with to set these seasons, and it's so important, particularly with CWD. And I don't know, you guys really look at those things. Some people may say, well, they don't even look at what I say. Yes, you do. Don't you? I mean, you read every one of them.
We do. We take suggestions and comments from our staff down, from field personnel all the way up.
Yes.
And, everybody kind of has a voice, and then we review a ton of public comments, and the ones that get traction and get support. Who knows? They make it all the way and be approved.
Sure.
So
yeah. Well, I know right now I only killed one deer this year, but it was good. I'm glad. And I was surprised how quickly I got my CWD report back via email from you guys.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the turnaround was really a lot quicker than I really thought. So
well, it was kind of a mixed bag. We work with a couple of different labs, and one of them did have some issues, kind of unforeseen circumstances, but we did have a lot of people who got their results within 10 to 12 days.
I did.
Even later on in the season in December. So a lot of people, including myself, I had one that I had to wait considerably longer for my results. We apologize to those that kind of fell in that category.
I didn't, so I don't care. I don't care. I got mine. That's the important thing. Well, tell us now. There was something else that broke this week. We want to get this in before we get you out of here.
Yes, sir.
Tell us what happened, because we heard about North Alabama. So tell us what's happened here.
That's right. Well, the state of Alabama has joined the CWD club, so to speak.
Yeah, what a club.
Not really a club you want to be part of.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Alabama has detected their first CWD positive hunter harvested animal. It was killed in Lauderdale County, Alabama.
Yes.
Up in North Alabama, there, just south of our state line. Actually, it's going to be the location is going to be less than 10 miles from the Wayne County, Tennessee line. So that's going to make Wayne County is now going to be a high-risk county in Tennessee. So that's unfortunate.
The first one across the river. Yeah.
That's right. So, the two things that automatically take place, first off, are the transportation rules are going to effect, and the feeding and mineral rules would also go into effect. Based on that high risk classification. So,
of course, Alabama kills 400 million deer every year. Their season goes forever, and you can kill about 12 a day, I think. No, I'm just saying that.
Right.
Alabama has a very lengthy and very successful deer program, but this means that Wayne County, right across from Savannah. Right across, when you go out of Savannah, you're getting into Wayne County, where I've hunted many times, Indian Creek over in that area. So Waynesboro and all those places. So this keeps you guys. So now the comment period starts. You guys look at the comments, and so you look back on what's happened here. Do you see many changes, Jeremy? Or are we too early to really get into it, I guess, on that?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the deer bag limits and seasons in West Tennessee, at least, when you're dealing with kind of trying to manage a disease, the management options are pretty limited.
They are.
Yes. The recommendation and the kind of the best management practice that we follow is just to try to promote an increase in harvest. And so I would consider that to be kind of our goal in this part of the state. But yeah, that's
But you got to look right now. A lot of people are saying, "Well, now what about this depredation thing?" You can still get a permit if you got a farmer that wants to get rid of some deer. You can still legally get those depredation permits from that farmer. Sir. But trying to find you a processor may be difficult, right, Jeremy?
That's right, and I want to be clear that doesn't equate to extended season.
No, it doesn't.
That gets tossed around a lot, and
yes.
In Fayette and Hardeman counties, any landowner could get that permit. It's called a CWD management permit. You'll need to contact your county officer to get that. In the other counties that we have, the counties other than Fayette and Hardeman, you have to have land. The land has to be within 3 miles of a positive location.
Okay.
So it's not just wholesale, extra deer harvest. We really want to be specific on the locations in those other counties.
Okay, folks, and you can go to tnwildlife.org and click on the CWD link, or there's a link there that will tell you all this information that really helps our great wildlife agency keep up with everything. Jeremy, thank you, man, for being with us. Always been a great interview and give us lots of information. And take it easy, and we'll stay in touch, and we'll both be in deer depression for a while, okay? All right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Larry. Let's go shed hunting, and that'll help with the
I'm going to do that. Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm big on sheds. I keep all my tools in it, okay? So that's
that's right.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you. Bye. All right.
Okay, have a good one.
All right, Jeremy Dennison. All right, let's take another break on Outdoors with Larry Ray. We got Juan Kendall in the shop over here. He's sitting over there waiting to talk about the Mid-South fly fishers. But first, we got to talk about rabbits, Juan. You're just going to have to hang on for a minute, okay? Tony Dolly in the studio, Frank Barton. We'll be right back.